Hey guys, my name's Karl Golden and welcome back to Golden Studios. This is a new series I want to try out where both myself and you guys can get involved. I don't think there's any videos out there really like this. The whole point of this series is that we can improve our picking technique, our stamina by learning some of the hardest riffs by Metallica, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, the Beatles, whatever you guys want to do. This week we're going to look at Metallica's Blackened because that is one of their hardest riffs to play. If you'd like to download my Metallica Boss Katana preset, you can for free on my website. It's www.karlgolden.org, then click on the tab that says free downloads. If you sign up to my mailing list, you'll also get a free GNR medley and tabs for one of my previous videos. The reason that us guitarists struggle with some of the hardest guitar riffs is quite literally we cannot get the riffs up to the tempo they're originally played at. The idea of this series is we slow them right down and gradually speed them up, but within a backing track. So we start at a very slow pace and then gradually every couple of bars it goes up a couple of BPM until it gets to the final tempo. The cool thing about this series is whether you're a beginner, an intermediate player or advanced, there's something here for you guys. If you're a beginner, you can just learn the riffs very slowly. They start off at even half the tempo, so you can gradually learn them up to a tempo you like. If you're intermediate, you can see how far you can get, and then once you get stuck at a certain tempo, you can stick a metronome on and keep playing that tempo till you've nailed it, and then go back to this medley, try playing through it again, and then see how much further you can get. If you're an advanced player, you can just basically see how fast you can actually play. This backing track actually goes past the tempo of the original track and then we'll go maybe another 100 BPM faster. First off, I'm going to be going through the riff super slow with tabs on screen. I'm going to be telling you how to pick, whether it's up or down strokes, or if there's any other techniques involved. Once we've gone through this, we're then going to jump into the backing track. So basically, I'm going to play along with the backing track for as long as I can. A riff before I mess up, I'm going to cut out. If you can keep going, you carry on. Okay, so today we're looking at Blackened by Metallica. This is a particularly hard riff because it's mostly down picked, apart from one note that is picked with the upstroke, which is 1/16th note, which is played on the end of the riff. This riff is mostly 8th notes and it's in 7/4, so you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you got the 8th notes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. So this part is more for beginners and those of you who do not know how to play the Blackened riff. I will teach you how to play it at a very slow pace with tabs. If you're a more advanced player or just know the riff, feel free to skip through to the backing track. This riff is played over 2 bars of 7/4, but there is 2 variations of the riff. Here is the first 2 bars of the first part of the riff. The only part of the riff that is up-picked is this part here. So that last part includes your upstroke. So it's going to be down, 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 up, down. Here's the second variation of the riff. So the finished riff with 2 variations is played over 4 bars of 7/4. Here it is very slow. So now you have just learned one of the hardest Metallica riffs at a very slow tempo. So the key to nailing any very hard riff is to learn it super slow and then speed it up gradually. The next step for us guys is to play along with this backing track that I've made. We're going to play the whole riff, which is 4 bars of 7/4 at a very low tempo of 90 BPM. Then every 4 bars it's going to go up another 5 BPM. Keep playing this riff until you can't play it anymore. So let's say you get up to 105 BPM and you're sloppy and you can't keep up. You need to stop playing along with this backing track. Put your metronome on at 100 BPM, 5 BPM slower where you were comfortable, and then play through that riff about 5 or 10 times until you nail it those 5 or 10 times in a row, and then go back to the backing track medley and then play along until you get further, and keep doing that until you reach the goal you want, whether you want to be at full tempo of the Blackened riff or you want to be 100 BPM faster. It's up to you. So I'm now going to play along with this backing track for as long as I can before I mess up, and then I'm going to stop playing. So the backing track starts at 90 BPM and it ends at 300 BPM. If you are one of these players that can actually play from 90 to 300 BPM, please send me a link to this video. I will then post you in next week's video of whatever artist I have done, saying, look, this guy last week nailed this. You can download this backing track from my website, karlgolden.org, and then look in the free download section and it should be there somewhere. So there you go. I made a few mistakes, but I still just held on for as long as I could. I'm not sure what BPM I got up to, but I tell you what, once you get into this idea of slowing a riff down and speeding it up, you won't believe how quickly you will be able to start playing these hardest riffs up to speed. Let me know if you think this series is a good idea. Make sure you guys post yourself playing along to my backing track once you've got it to a very good speed. Don't rush to upload anything. Try and nail it and get it up to speed to at least the original tempo, which I think is around 200 BPM. I don't know if I got anywhere near 200 BPM, but as I said, with this series, I'm getting much better as well as you. And I tell you what, even if you are not a metal fan, make sure you give this a go. It's only going to help your guitar playing. It will improve your stamina in your right hand, and it will make you a better rhythm player. A lot of metal players have ridiculous technique, and I think a lot of players just don't attempt metal and say they don't like it, quite simply because they can't play it. But anyone can play anything if you put enough practice into it. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to keep practicing this week and try and get it to at least 200 BPM or more and help improve the strength in my right hand, which sucks at the moment. Next week, we're going to be tackling one of Megadeth's hardest riffs, so make sure you let me know in the comment section below which one you think is the hardest to play. The most popular riff in the comment section below, I will choose for the next video. Big thanks to these guys on my Patrons who support me for $5 or $7 a month. In return, they get their lovely name along the side of all my videos for as long as they support me. Also, they get backing tracks and tabs from my previous videos and for my future videos for as long as they support me. There's got to be over 100 backing tracks and tabs on there by now, so for $5 or $7, you're getting a bargain. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you for another video very soon.